In the next half an hour, we will tell you the routine of a healthy person. Yoga is only one aspect of your life. According to me, it is the foundation of all-round fitness. Yoga is a complete therapeutic science. It is a complete spiritual science. Yoga is a complete lifestyle. You will have to change the system of your daily routine completely. What kind of routine you should have from morning to the night when you go to sleep? As you get up in the morning, be thankful to Lord and also express your gratitude before sleeping. Remember Him each moment. You are the son of Lord. You are not a poor, deprived and sad being. You are the progeny of Almighty, son of the Supreme Power. Live life with this feeling. Be thankful to Lord as you get up in the morning. Oh Lord, you bless me with this life. May I not commit any sin, any crime. May I not do evil to others, not even think evil, not hurt anybody by words. May I see your shadow in all. Lord, spend each moment remembering you. After getting up, express your gratitude to the Almighty who blessed you with this life of a human being. Thank Him and then drink water. Drink 1 to 4 glasses. If you have problems related to Vata Rog, have joint pain, problems of cough, or you are obese, then drink lukewarm water. If you are free from ailments, then just drink normal fresh water, neither hot nor cold. Drink 1 to 4 glasses of water, never more than that. After relieving yourself, practice pranayam. You may have breakfast after 15 to 20 minutes of the pranayam practice. You may also drink water or anything else you want to have. One precaution: practice pranayam only 15 to 20 minutes after you drink water in the morning. Always remember this. You can drink water 15 to 20 minutes before and 15 to 20 minutes after the practice of Yoga Abhyas. Keep a gap of 5 hours between the meals and Yoga Abhyas. This also is an important precaution. You must follow this rule very strictly. Drink water as you first get up in the morning. After relieving yourself, practice pranayam and Yoga Abhyas. To brush your teeth, use natural brush made of neem or babul twig. And take 100 grams powdered alum, 100 grams rock salt, 100 grams turmeric, 100 grams triphala, 100 grams neem leaves, 100 grams babul bark, 20 grams clove. Grind them to a powder and clean your teeth with it. Your pyrrhia may be eradicated. You will not have bad breath. Other dental problems such as swollen gums, their reduction in course of time, all these will be controlled effectively. You just have to practice Anulom Vilom and Kapalabhati for 10 minutes each. Simultaneously apply this tooth powder. Get up in the morning, relieve yourself and then clean your teeth with this tooth powder. It is an old practice that was practiced centuries ago. Although you may be spending thousands of rupees on your teeth, but they may never remain healthy. So, after practicing Yoga Abhyas, you may have your breakfast. In breakfast, you have sprouted cereals. Among sprouts, green gram is the best. If you are hale and hearty, then add a few peanuts, few almonds, 2 to 4, 5 to 10 raisins, 1 or 2 figs or munaka, black grapes. You can put black grapes or black raisins or munaka as I told earlier. These dry fruits can be had with sprouts, making your breakfast a complete nutrient-rich meal. In addition to sprouts, sometimes you can have wheat porridge boiled in milk. Other options are fruits: papaya, apple, mango, banana, whichever fruit you like. Diabetics should have wild papaya, not the hybrid one, or an apple. Drink milk only 10 to 15 minutes after consuming papaya. At least so much of gap is most essential. Never have salt with milk. These are contradictory. Whilst going to sleep, don't have curd. This is contradictory. Consuming milk with watermelon is also contradictory. Curd, raita and milk kheer should also be avoided. They may be harmful together. In breakfast, you may have sprouts, you may have porridge, you may have wheat chapati also. With missi roti made of any other cereal, you may have butter. Always remember to avoid having paratha in breakfast. Even then, if you are offered paratha, or if you wish to have it, you must take curd with it. Never ever have it with milk because paratha has salt in it. Also, never have radish and milk together. Paratha stuffed with radish and milk should never be had together. If you are diabetic, then in the morning, after you have been to the toilet, you have relieved yourself properly, then first practice pranayam and after that you have a special juice. made up of 1 cucumber, 1 bitter gourd, 1 tomato. In this you can add 7 leaves of neem and 7 flowers of sadabahar. This juice is a herbal medicine. This may help to cure your diabetes. Another prescription for diabetes is to have sprouted seeds of fenugreek on an empty stomach. Normal seeds 1 or 2 grams can also be taken, but fenugreek seed has a heating effect on the body. In sprouted form it will not be harmful. If you suffer from heart problems, then in the morning after you relieve yourself and practice pranayam and yoga abhyas, you should drink Luffa juice regularly. But if along with heart disease you also have cough, allergy and joint pain, you may add black pepper or powder of dry ginger in Luffa juice. With this, the cooling effect of Luffa juice will be negated. Drink Luffa juice on an empty stomach. This may bring major relief in acidity. Problem of ulcer may be controlled effectively. It may also enhance your hemoglobin level. It can prove beneficial even for the blockages of heart. If you are obese, it may reduce your weight. It may improve your complexion. Working as a fairness drink. It works by reducing the levels of toxins and antioxidants of our body. Have Luffa juice on an empty stomach. Luffa should be washed in warm water without peeling it. Crush it with hand grinder or in a mixer. Proper grinding for a minute or 2 will extract all the juice. In that juice, add 7 leaves of tulsi and also 7 leaves of mint. Add 3 to 5 black pepper in powder form. Mix it well and then consume it on an empty stomach in the morning. Heart patients can have it in the morning as well as in the evening. It has a cooling effect. If you get cold because of the juice, your nose becomes blocked, then increase the amount of black pepper powder. Also add little more dry ginger powder. This will not be harmful but would be highly beneficial. You can drink this Luffa juice for 2, 4, 6 months, throughout the year, 2 years, 5 years or throughout your life. It will not be harmful. Just as we drink milk throughout our life and we eat chapatis and lentils throughout our life, it's a complete food supplement. Drink Luffa juice also. All your ailments may dissolve slowly. Body may become disease free. Drink Luffa juice in the morning and evening as well, or have it as a vegetable. In case of heart problems, mix spoonful of Arjuna bark powder in a glass of cow's milk. Add equal amount of water. After boiling, when it reduces to half, filter and drink it. Also practice pranayam along with Luffa juice. Many patients have control over their severe and serious heart problems. Millions and millions of heart patients may benefit from this. Even patients of blood pressure should have Luffa juice and practice pranayam. They must consume enough water. Drink water in the morning. Drink water 1 hour after the meals. You must follow this rule. Never drink water just after the meals. After having your lunch, drink water after a gap of 1 hour. But you must drink water. If you avoid drinking water, then you will invite diseases. Bowel movement will be upset. You may get acidity. High blood pressure. Drink enough water. It will help your kidneys function properly. If you have high blood pressure, then drink 1 to 4 glasses of water in the morning. Also drink Luffa juice. Then practice Anulom Vilom and Brahmari Pranayam. Also press this ring finger. Your blood pressure may be controlled if you drink Luffa juice. There is one more cure. Consumption of wheat seedlings. It's taken on an empty stomach in the morning. Wheat seedlings are highly effective. Wheat seedlings are like elixir. You may sow wheat in 7 pots. Sprinkle water every day. Green grass like seedling will sprout on day 7. Uproot them. Remove the lower white part and discard them. Take the green part. Wash it properly and grind it. Extract the juice and consume it in the morning on empty stomach, not more than 20 to 50 grams. Consumption of this juice may result in frequent bowel movement for some of you. In such cases, reduce the amount of seedlings. Initially have just 2 spoonfuls. Gradually increase the dose to 50 gram. It will help you in many ways. Have it on empty stomach in the morning. It's completely harmless. In fact, each one of us should have it. It may enhance your hemoglobin, may help prevent cancer. Few patients have used cow's urine in addition to the juice of wheat seedling. They also practice pranayam. Their cancer could be controlled effectively. If one has cancer, how to control it? One must practice pranayam, all the 7 pranayams. Be joyful. Have complete faith in God. As you get up in the morning, first of all, drink cow's urine in the morning in the dose of 25 to 50 milliliter. You may add 7 leaves of tulsi in that. Take a small twig of giloi, that is Tinospora cordifolia, grind it with a small amount of water and dissolve it in cow's urine. Giloi, tulsi leaves and cow's urine. If giloi twig is not available, then giloi gurj, amritasar powder can be added in this. Giloi, cow's urine, tulsi leaves. Have these together on empty stomach early in the morning. After this, 5 to 10 minutes after this, you can practice pranayam yoga abhyas. Use of cow urine is amazing for cancer patients. It is equally effective and beneficial for obese people. It has proved highly effective for those suffering from kidney problems, those suffering from arthritis, suffering from bronchitis, diseases of the stomach, and obesity. It may help bring down the cholesterol level. You may drink it in the morning on an empty stomach. Few people even drink their own urine. If you are fully fit, then one's own urine may also benefit you. Although not many people may like it, but the so-called self-therapy and Swamutra therapy, this is also considered an effective cure. But cow's urine is completely harmless. Cow is worshipped in our country. One may not hesitate in having cow's urine as medicine. Juice of wheat seedling and extract of giloi twig can be had together. This you should have after the pranayam. Take cow's urine on empty stomach early in the morning, then practice yoga abhyas, then have juice of wheat seedlings and breakfast after 2 hours. If you add giloi extract in it, then platelets may also increase. All such diseases for which there is no cure have been controlled with giloi, wheat seedling juice, pranayam and cow's urine. I have seen improvement in the patients of muscular dystrophy and patients of anemia. They showed improvement. Giloi, juice of wheat seedling and practice of pranayam. If one has blood cancer, he should also have cow's urine. There will be major relief. Your breakfast should be light. These are some of the home remedies that you can have on your own every day, making it a part of your daily routine. You can have garlic in the morning on empty stomach. Garlic is a natural steroid. It helps to reduce cholesterol level. Cholesterol triglyceride may become normal with this. It brings relief in joint pains, may also help to remove heart blockages. Just 1 or 2 cloves of garlic may also help control blood pressure. If you are suffering from joint pains, then morning and evening after breakfast and after meals, you can have mixture of turmeric, fenugreek and dry ginger powder. Turmeric is a natural steroid. Garlic, guggul and shilajit are natural steroids. Turmeric, fenugreek and dry ginger have natural steroid that may strengthen your bones, add minerals to them. Artificial steroids made up of chemicals are harmful for your bones. Take 100 grams each of powdered turmeric, fenugreek seeds and dry ginger. In case of severe pain, add 100 grams each of ashwagandha churna and surangdana methi seed powder. They are easily available. Take this mixture twice during the day, in the morning and evening, 3 to 5 grams. Have it with milk or even with water. You will find major relief. Keep practicing pranayam along with this and also the light exercises. If you are asthmatic, then have milk with turmeric and dry ginger powder. Never have plain milk. And in case of severe cold and cough and blocked nose, when one is unable to practice even pranayam, chewing black pepper, mulethi and mishri together may give major relief. A small piece of mulethi, a small piece of mishri, 2 or 3 seeds of black pepper, just keep them in your mouth. Nose will become normal. It may also benefit thyroid. Throat will become clear. Your voice will also become clear. It is effective for voice related problems. Old chronic cough will also be controlled. A very specific cure for the problem of rhinitis, that is nasala. Take 100 grams of almond, about 20 grams of black pepper and 50 grams khand. Powder them and then take 1 spoonful of this mixture along with milk. It will help your bowel movement and give major relief in rhinitis. For vat, pitta and cough, we keep telling you remedies from time to time. Pitta related ailments, one should drink plenty of water and loofah juice in the morning. One will never have the problems of acidity, ulcer, even peptic ulcer. What should you eat for afternoon meal? These were home remedies for vat, pitta and cough. In lunch, you should always have more of green vegetables. Loofah, turai, parval, tinde. Such green vegetables are more beneficial. They are easily digested. They are very good for our body. Their consumption never results in any disease. If a healthy person eats more green vegetables in his meals, he is never likely to fall ill. Avoid fried foods. They are responsible for diseases like cancer. Consumption of tobacco is also responsible for causing cancer in majority of cases. It is a proven fact. This also is true that overconsumption of cold drinks, fast food, burger, pizza, bread, which are all the artificial food item considered as junk food, may result in serious ailments like cancer. When we deep fry the potatoes, a chemical reaction sets in that may enhance the chances of cancer in you. That is why always avoid eating fried foods. Avoid eating the fried stuff. Eat vegetables cooked with gravy. Eat green gram that is whole. To children also give more green vegetables. You can explain to them like this. Avoid eating potatoes. It will make you like a potato only. It doesn't add to the height, it adds to your weight. Loofah helps to increase your height. Your children will start eating loofah. You also have loofah. Drink water only 1 hour after your lunch. Have sumptuous lunch as per your appetite. Breakfast should be light. Always remember, there should be a gap of 3 hours between your breakfast and lunch. If you have your breakfast at 9, then eat your lunch between 12 and 1 o'clock. A gap of 3 hours should be maintained. Do not eat in between. Mitubhuk, hitubhuk, ritubhuk. Eat less, eat healthy, eat according to the season. You may never fall sick. Eat less and live well. This is the saying of our elders. Never forget this. Between lunch and dinner, there should be a gap of 6 hours. Food is digested in 3 to 4 hours. Only then stomach becomes empty. If you keep filling your stomach again and again, this may lead to indigestion, which may be the reason for all illnesses. You keep eating repeatedly. Don't eat the whole day. Yogi eats once, Bhogi eats twice, and Rogi keeps on eating. When one is seriously ill, small quantities of meals are given to him, as the digestive system becomes very weak at that stage. Normally do not eat more than 3 times. Habit of eating repeatedly is unhealthy. You take biscuits, then you eat fruits, thereafter you drink milk or a cup of tea. Tea is very bad. Tea is very bad for your digestive system. 4 or 5 cups of tea every day will lead to the problems of gas and acidity. You must stop having tea as soon as possible. The problems of acidity and gastric will be gone in no time. Tea is very harmful for your health, so avoid drinking tea. Between lunch and dinner, you must maintain a gap of 6 hours. Your digestive system functions properly. After meals, one goes to sleep to have rest. This is the root cause of diseases. Hence, even a long sleep of 7 or 8 hours, one does not feel fresh. Maharishi Charak says, there are 3 fundamental pillars of life: meals, sleep, and celibacy. Eat right food.
आहार शुद्धौ सत्व शुद्धि सत्व शुद्धौ ध्रुवा स्मृति स्मृति रद्धि सर्व ग्रंथनाम विप्रमोक्ष.
It is very important to have vegetarian meal. Therefore, you must correct your meals. Eat what suits you. Non-vegetarian and alcohol are not part of your meal. Consuming non-vegetarian food means you are indirectly responsible for the death of a living being. You are a murderer. Indirectly, you are responsible for its death. When a living creature is killed for food, it suffers a lot of pain. It experiences unbearable agony. It is engrossed with a feeling of deep anger, shock, dismay and hatred. And one consumes the same dead structure, enticed with dismay, hatred and anger. So what kind of human being are you? Therefore, stop having non-vegetarian food and also alcohol. If you drink every day, you may spoil your liver. Daily intake of 80 milliliter of alcohol will spoil your liver completely in the next 10 to 20 years. You may suffer from cirrhosis of liver and you may have to undergo liver transplant. And if you consume alcohol and also have a habit of smoking, just think for a second, your child may also get into these habits. What will happen then? What if your wife also starts drinking and smoking? Then what will happen? Your innocent kids may learn wrong habits from you, and that is not like an ideal father. It does not matter how much they inherit from you materialistically, your teachings are important. So bring a few changes in your lifestyle. Stop taking alcohol, non-vegetarian, and avoid other wrong habits. Because you have to live 100 years. Because the Almighty God of every being, the Supreme Lord, has sent you to this land to spread fragrance. Do not spoil the atmosphere. The purpose of your life is to transform this land into heaven. Bring pleasure to others. If you are unable to bring joy in their life, then at least do not become a reason for their sufferings. Do not say bad words. It is part of our lifestyle. Why do we fall ill? Very small issues, our disagreements ultimately lead to a tense atmosphere. Have a feeling of kindness towards others. Do not get angry. Do not get agitated. Do not get frustrated over the past deeds. Learn from whatever has happened in the past, and then from the next moment try to be a better person. Live in the present. Be free from the sufferings of the past and worries of the future. Live without fear, remembering the Almighty each moment. Remove all your insecurities, all your worries, and also the uncertainties. You are not alone. God is with you. Negativities will dissolve. Negativities are the root cause of all ailments. Negative thoughts are the reasons behind all the tensions of your life. They are the reason behind 80% of all diseases. Bring a reflection of love in your behavior.
मधुमन में परायणम वाचा वदामि मधुमत भूयासम मधु संदृश.
Bring goodness in your thoughts and sweetness in your language. You must work very hard. Don't depend on your luck. Many of you seek guidance from Tantric. Between astrologers and realities, try to find the way of life. This land is for those who work very hard. Lord listens to those who works very hard. He gives to the rightful, not to the beggars. And you can change your destiny with hard work. Therefore, never feel frustrated, sad, or at loss in your life. As I said, you should correct your meals and thoughts. If you are able to correct both, there will be no reason for illness. Always remain happy. Your dinner should be light. The quantity of dinner should be half of the lunch. If you are more than 50, you must have a very light dinner of milk, fruits, green vegetables. Eat very light. Your eyes can remain healthy till 100. Your teeth can remain healthy till 100. You can manage without any support on your own till 100 with full faith on yourself, with regular practice of yoga. You can remain healthy on your own. Be hale and hearty. Do not be dependent. Live life on your own. Good health is a birthright. Live a healthy life. Do not depend on others. Have a very light dinner. Sleep for 6 hours in night. Don't sleep during the day. It increases your body weight. It may become reason for different ailments. Do not oversleep in the morning. 6 hours of sleep is enough. Meals, sleep and celibacy. Control over yourself. Sleep of 6 hours. A balanced diet. These are enough for a hale and hearty life. If you have a particular disease, for example joint pain, practice yoga abhyas, but avoid having curd, buttermilk, lemon, pickle, tomato and other sort things. Eat lufa, turi, parval, green leafy vegetables, whole green gram millet. Have such light foods. If you are asthmatic, then keep away from ghee, fried stuff and cold as well as sour fruits like lemon, orange and other such things. Even banana, you should never have. If you are suffering from asthma, you have acidity, then do not eat rice. Many people consider that rice has a cooling effect. It may reduce acidity. But if you have been taking rice since childhood, then it may not be harmful. However, in severe acidity, it's better to avoid it. In severe amla pitta, you should avoid eating rice. Also avoid having lime juice. You may think that lime juice may cure it, but it adds to the acidity. Same is true for coconut water. You may consider it as a cure, but it increases acidity. So you must follow certain restrictions. Correct meal, restrictions, balanced meal, balanced thoughts, balanced food, balanced life. That's all. There won't be any room for diseases. You yourself are responsible for it. You keep consuming fried stuff, keep consuming cold drink. However, many people now have stopped drinking soft drinks. It was found that they are equal to toilet cleaner. Amount of acid is so high that if poured over toilet seats, it may act as a cleanser. It has such harmful elements. That is why, till date, the manufacturer companies have not given the exact contents over the bottles of soft drinks. You just have to be careful about your meals, have to practice yoga abhyas regularly, have to balance your mind, you have to balance your thoughts and emotions. You will not suffer from any diseases. Be healthy and make others also healthy. Every day you must practice yoga abhyas at least for half an hour. If you are suffering from any particular disease, you may increase the duration of your practice. This only is our resolve, and this only is our aim. We must learn yoga and teach it to others also. In ancient India, people used to be one with the nature. Today, water is polluted. So is the air. Even the green vegetables are impure. Use of pesticides has increased. Common man falls sick repeatedly. We must again turn to the nature. We must again start practicing yoga. 200 years ago, there were hardly any allopathic medicines available. People used to depend on yoga and Ayurveda to remain healthy. We have only this resolve in mind, that the old system of maintaining health may prevail again. Once again, the people of this country, world, all human beings come in shelter of yoga. You also must contribute towards this. 2 hours only. Just 2 hours you must spend for your country. The country where you have been born. The country where you have grown up. This society has made you an industrialist. It has made you a successful man. But what have you given in return to the society that has given you so much? Of the 24 hours, just spend 2 hours for those who are suffering from diseases, from various ailments. There are many such poor people who do not have money to spend on their treatment. There are many such diseases where even after an expenditure of millions of rupees, the ailment is just controlled, but not cured. Yoga helps in curing all kinds of diseases. We have only this aim, that in each part of the country, in every street, in every area, in each village and rural part, there should be free yoga classes. Let's contribute towards a healthy, prosperous and spiritual nation. Let us save our forgotten traditions and the moral values. Freedom from diseases, spiritualism, patriotism and self-reliance. These are the 4 aims behind our message of yoga. We should remain healthy physically and mentally. A healthy body, a healthy mind, healthy thinking, healthy thoughts, positive attitude are important for the growth of the nation. Spirituality will connect to the belief in God, will connect to the Almighty, to our consciousness, to our central energy force. Spirituality is connectivity with Almighty, with your tradition, having full faith on moral values. Then inner strength and patriotism will awaken. There will be revival of ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge and glory adding to the progress of the nation. This is the main aim behind the mission of yoga, which today has brought together thousands of millions of people. In my opinion, many more now will join this mission. It will reach each and every village of the country, each child of the nation, all around the world, wherever humans are settled. We will spread this message of yoga to all humanity. Once again, we will be able to say, this is the land of supreme powers. Traditions of Maharishi Patanjali will once again flourish on this land. Each one of us will experience the awakening of consciousness, a new light. Humanism will touch everyone. This will bring an end of the negative forces. All the destructions will automatically disappear.